Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Today, I wanted to share with you something that I'm quite excited and passionate about. It is our offshore trading platform. So for my clients that want to invest offshore in US dollars, euros, or pounds, we use an external platform, a third-party company called DMA. They are really fantastic. They've got a platform that they adapted from Saxo Bank. It was originally called Saxo Bank, and they've white labeled it for South Africa. They are essentially using Saxo Bank's platform, but it really is a fantastic platform. And I just wanted to show it to you today to give you a bit of a feel for what it is and how it can benefit you. So just to give you an idea, what it's really for is if you want to invest offshore and externalize your money. By that, you would convert your rands into dollars, pounds, or euros, take your money offshore into and deposit it in dollars into the DMA bank account in the currency of your choice. And once that would be only after you open the account. And then once it's there, then you can trade it on an app or on the software that they provide, or alternatively, I can do it for you, up to you either way, or I can give you advice. We can do it together. So I just wanted to share my screen here with you so I can show you what it looks like. So first of all, here we go. I hope you can see that. So this is the platform of one of the clients that I manage. This is his share portfolio right over here. It consists of both shares, CFDs, as well as exchange traded funds. So I'll go through what all that means in a minute. If you're not familiar with the terms CFDs or exchange traded funds. But first of all, here's his portfolio. As you can see, these are the stocks that he's holding. He's got Alibaba, he's got Alphabet, which is Google, the holding company for Google, Amazon, Apple, Barrick Gold, BMW, and then some other names that you probably haven't heard of. Century Communities, Cloudflare, Flux Power, Fuel Energy. So this is one of the big advantages of this platform is that you can buy into smaller companies that many of the other platforms won't have available. So some of the really small companies out there that have possibly recently been listed, or maybe they're just a smaller cap company, a lot of them are on this platform, which is really nice. Most of the other platforms out there are quite limited in their range of what they offer. So let's just take an example here. This company, NIO. NIO is pretty much the Chinese equivalent of Tesla, or they focus mostly on electric vehicles manufactured in China. So in this case, he's up 26.5% since he bought it. Which is equivalent to $307 US. His account is in pounds, GBP over there. That's also a very big advantage of this platform, is that although his account is in pounds and everything is reflected down here in pounds, his total portfolio is worth £42,414. He is able to buy shares in different currencies. So as you can see, a lot of them are in US dollars listed in America. But here, for example, BMW is listed in Europe, and we bought it in euros. And the system converts all the US dollars, all the euros. Even here, we've got one in Aussie dollars, converts it all back to pounds. So the system does that automatically for you, and we can buy shares in Australia, in the States, in Canada, Japan, Hong Kong, China, all over the world. And it's all although those exchanges are in different currencies, his account is all in pounds, and it's the system does the conversions back to pounds, which is very useful. So these are the shares. It gives you an idea of the profit and loss that he's made on each one of the shares, the market value, his exposure, how many shares he's got, and if we scroll up here, down here, I want to show you. Well, sorry. Before we get to that, if we take the total of all these stocks, the market value is £35,000, and he's making a profit of £3,192. This is live, so this figure might change, and that's a sum of all these profits and losses here. So that's how he's doing with the stocks in his portfolio. And then if we scroll down here, we can see we've got exchange traded funds over there. So the system allows you to buy exchange traded funds, or ETFs. What is if you don't know what an exchange traded fund, it's just really a fund that's listed on an exchange, a stock exchange, and you can buy and sell it the same as you would buy or sell any stock or share listed on the stock exchange. There are different themes for these ETFs. There are thousands of ETFs available on this platform. So for example, this one here, the Invesco Global Listed Private Equity ETF. So that gives us exposure to private equity, which is quite nice. And this one here, the Golden Dragon China ETF, that gives us exposure to a whole bunch of companies listed in China, hundreds of them. So instead of buying each one of those companies separately, we can buy just this one instrument, this Invesco Global Dragon China ETF, and that gives us exposure to hundreds of Chinese companies in one instrument. So that's the exchange traded funds. And again, the system totals it all. Between these two, he's making a small loss there of £164. And then lastly, if we scroll up here, we can see that the system also does what's called CFDs. Now, if you don't know what CFDs are, it's a contract for difference. It is a derivative instrument. It derives its value from an underlying asset. In this case, well, we have shares as well as an index. So the CFDs, what they do is there are two main advantages of using CFDs. The one is gearing or leverage, and what that means is when you trade a CFD, you only put down margin, but you get exposure of a lot more than the margin you put down. So as an example, let's just say you put down $100,000 worth of margin. You can buy anywhere up to about $1 million worth of shares just with your $100,000 margin. In that case, you would be geared or leveraged 10 to 1. And what that means is that your profits would be 10 times greater, but your losses would also be 10 times greater. So it really increases the risk to your share portfolio, but it's risk and reward. So when it works really well. And when it doesn't work, it works, can really harm your portfolio. Also, you don't have to use the full gearing available. So in the example that I used with $100,000 buying $1 million worth of shares, you don't have to buy $1 million. You don't have to go 10 times geared. You can go maybe 5 times geared, buy $500,000 worth, or even 2 times geared, buy $200,000 worth of shares or stocks with your $100,000. It's a lot like driving a car. Just because your car can drive at 230 kilometers an hour doesn't mean you have to drive it at, or should drive it at 230 kilometers an hour. You probably shouldn't. Not a great idea, but it is available, the gearing there for if you have a very high conviction of the trade that you want to get involved in. The other advantage of CFDs, and I should probably do another video just dealing particularly and only with CFDs as well as ETFs. I'll do another video on that, but you can go short as well as long. Now, this whole concept of going short It can be a bit tricky if you've never heard of it, but basically what it is you sell first and then you buy back later, hopefully at a lower price. So when you go short, you're betting on the price going down, not up. If it goes up, you will lose money. If the price goes down, you will make money. So to give an example here on Tesla, I went short for my client last week based on Elon Musk tweeting that he wants to sell some of his shares. I thought the market's not going to like that, and the share price would go down. Fortunately, we got this one right so far, and he's made 10% on that trade. We sold 5,394 pounds worth of Tesla shares. The share price has dropped 10% since we sold those for him. And if he had to close the position right now, he would make $771 or 571 pounds. We haven't closed it yet. So that's something else I should show you. These are the positions. If we put in orders there, this is another very attractive feature of this platform, the DMA platform, is that we can put in stop losses and take profit orders. So I've put in here on this example, Tesla, we're going to buy them back hopefully at $926. It's currently at $1,033.87. Excuse me, I'm just trying to see that. And then the I've got a stop loss. So that's the take profit. As I mentioned, we want the price to go down, not up. So I'm looking for a further downside to $926. If it gets there, we'll close the position and he'll cash in his profit. On the other hand, if the price goes up, we'll lose money for him. And if I put in a limit there of $1,246. So we won't lose too much money if it gets there. But if it carries on going up, $1,300, $1,400, etc., then he would have already closed his position. These are the other stop losses and take profit orders that I have for him. So a very useful feature when you use this platform are the take profits and stop losses. I'll give you an idea here. I'm going to put an ad on Alibaba. So you can add a take profit at an actual price, or you can put in a percentage or an actual amount of pounds that you want in terms of the profit that you want to take. So that's a very useful feature of this trading platform. As I mentioned, there is an app on your phone which you can use to trade, as well as software on your computer. I'm looking at this on my laptop. So if you like this, there are now the next question is which shares do you buy? That's the $1 million question. There are over 40,000 instruments listed on DMA, stocks and exchange traded funds. And fortunately, we have technology these days, the internet at our fingertips. So I like to use certain websites which I find quite useful and can help you to decide which stocks to buy or sell. So there's Bloomberg. I'll go here, Bloomberg TV. They're always talking about something topical, companies that have released results or upcoming listings. That's always an interesting one. A company that's going to list that hasn't been listed yet. That is what we call an IPO. And if we go here, for example, this website, just exit that. This website, MarketWatch, they've got an IPO calendar. An IPO is an initial public offering. So that's when a private company decides to list on a stock exchange and go public. And you can only buy shares in their company when they do go public. So, for example, these companies here, Austin Gold, Braze, Iris Energy, they're going to be listing this week on So some of them on the New York Stock Exchange, some on NASDAQ, but both in the States. So once they list, you can buy them on DMA. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them will be. A client of mine, now there's often a lot of hype around these stocks that are going to be listed. They'll talk about them on Bloomberg, and it is potentially an opportunity for you to buy. There was one last week called Rivian Automotive, which is electric vehicles. I think they do trucking, electric trucks, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Another website I use, investing.com. Rivian Automotive, we type in there above here the name, and it finds it for you, and it gives you a lot of information. This company's just been listed last week. A client of mine, we bought them for him. He's already up about 18%. And it tells you what they do. Rivian Automotive develops and manufactures electric adventure vehicles. It offers 5-passenger pickup trucks and sports utility vehicles. So that would usually only show up here once they have been listed. But if you want to go to Market Watch, and you can click these ones that are going to be listed, Braze, if you want to know what they do, you can click on there and it'll give you some more information about what that company does. And if it's something that you might want to buy on the DMA platform when they list. So that's one way of doing it, picking initial public offerings. But then there are thousands of stocks that are already listed. And you can use the investing.com website to help you choose stocks. There's another website that I use called Zacks, Zacks.com. That's a pretty good one, ZACKS.com. And they actually give recommendations. Yeah, the Zacks #1 rank editions, Macy's, GlaxoSmithKline, Lato Capital. So they would give you recommendations of what they think are worthwhile buying at the moment. Macy's, let's check that one. Macy's, if you don't know what they do, you can go over here to investing.com and you can type in Macy's, and there we go. Gives you the one listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We click on that, and just to give you how good this website, investing.com, is, I think it's fantastic. It gives you a nice chart over here. It's got you can even go back maximum to see where the share price was ages ago. It comes up with these adverts, which I like to just close that. They make their money obviously from advertising, investing.com, so that you can subscribe for an advert-free version of the website. But while that chart is loading, it gives you information about the previous close. It's got P ratios, the market cap, next earnings date. That's quite a useful thing. So they're releasing results on November the 18th, Macy's. So that'll be quite an interesting one to watch. This is what the share price has done since, 1992. You could have bought these shares in 1992 for $6.15. It's had quite a volatile run, as you can see here on the charts. Very volatile share price, but now it's trading at $30.46 at the close of the NASDAQ last night. If you don't know what the company does, you can scroll down here. There it gives you income statement over the last however many years, revenue and net income. So their net income is actually negative at the moment. They'll probably, hopefully that'll turn around for them. And it tells you what they do at the bottom. Macy's, an omni-channel retail organization, operates stores, websites, and mobile applications under the Macy's, Bloomingdale's, and Blue Mercury brands. It sells a range of merchandise, including apparel and accessories, etc., etc. So a very useful website, investing.com. Zacks, to give you some ideas. There's another one here, stocknews.com, which can also help you with selecting. And if you don't have the time to do all of this yourself, I can manage a portfolio for you on a full discretion basis. That is one of the services that I do offer. So if that is something that interests you, you're welcome to contact me on warren.s@afrifocus.com. offshore.co.za, or if you want to trade yourself on this platform with or without my advice. So those are the three options really. You can open an account and trade yourself, or I can give you some advice, or alternatively, I can manage a portfolio for you. So get in contact with me. Let me know if you have any questions about this platform, and I'll be happy to chat with you about it. My email address is Warren, S for sugar, @afrifocus.co.za. And hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, just pop in the comments, and we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed that. Get in contact, comment in the subject line, or email me, warrens@afrifocus.co.za. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you soon.